How to find out cost minimizing capital labor ratio? The question is, a firm's production function is, that is output is a function of labor and capital, which is equal to R raised power 1 upon 3 times K raised power 1 upon 3. Price of capital is $60, that is the wage rate here, and price of capital is $45, which is here rental rate of capital. We are supposed to find out the cost minimizing capital labor ratio. Okay, so cost minimizing condition, what we have, our marginal rate of substitution between marginal rate of technical substitution between labor and capital should be equal to the factor price ratio, that is price of labor upon price of capital. In this case it is price of labor is wage rate and the rental rate of capital is R here. Okay, or we can write marginal rate of technical substitution between labor and capital. It is simply the ratio of the marginal product of labor upon marginal product of capital, and it should be equal to wage rate upon rental rate of capital. Now we know that marginal product of capital is simply the change in the output due to the change in the units of labor employed. Likewise, marginal product of capital is the change in the output due to the change in the units of capital employed, and it should be equal to W upon R. Okay, now dq upon dl means the partial derivative of this production function. Here we have the small q, and let me write it here, small q. Okay, so it will be the partial derivative of this function with respect to L first. So we have 1 upon 3 L raised power minus 2 upon 3, then we have K raised power 1 upon 3. This is the partial derivative of this function with respect to labor. Likewise, partial derivative of this function with respect to capital. This time the exponent of K becomes coefficient, L raised power 1 upon 3 remains same because we are taking partials with respect to capital, and exponent of this gets subtracted by power function rule. It becomes minus 2 upon 3, and it should be equal to the wage rate upon rental rate of capital. So wage rate is 60, rental rate of capital is, rather wage rate is 45 here, and rental rate of capital is 60. So 1 upon 3 gets cancelled. Transpose this L here and this K to numerator, so we will get K raised power 1 upon 3 times K raised power plus 1 upon 3. If I transpose, rather we have 2 upon 3. So if I transpose this denominator to numerator, exponent sign will get changed and it gets multiplied with the numerator, so it becomes plus 2 upon 3 here. Okay, likewise transpose this L here, so we have L raised power 1 upon 3 times this L, exponent changes to plus 2 upon 3 or positive 2 upon 3. It should be equal to 45 upon 60. So this is 5 9, no we cannot do, rather we can do with 9. Okay, so 5 9s are 45 and 5 12s are 60, which will be equal to 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12. So bases are same, we can add the exponent. So exponents add up to 1 because we have 1 upon 3 plus 2 upon 3. It sums out to be, we have the same denominator, so we can add the numerator. So 2 plus 1 is 3 upon 3, which is equal to 1. So we get K upon L will be equal to 3 upon 4. This is our capital labor ratio, in this case cost minimizing capital labor ratio.